Hey guys, welcome back to Marvelous Unboxing. Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys had an amazing holiday, whether you're in the United States or not. I certainly did. I certainly ate a lot of food, but nonetheless, getting on subject with today's video, we're going to be going over all the Taskmasters that they've unveiled so far in the Black Widow line. And just one more reminder that Black Widow is going to be premiering on Thursday, with its actual premiere happening on Friday, July 9th. Be sure to go check it out, get your tickets, or go to Disney Plus to go check it out. I'm definitely going to be there, so hopefully you not see me there. Anyways, we have Taskmaster in his three iconic poses like we had gone over the Marvel Legends. Well, I'll leave a card right up here. We have Taskmaster with his bow and arrow. We have Taskmaster with his sword and shield. And last but not least, with his Black Panther claws. Now, getting a better view of the actual side art, we can actually get a better depiction. It's a little hard to see through the window with all the shadows going on, but here we have it, a much better depiction. And just another FYI that Black Widow is set to be taking place after the events of Civil War and Infinity War, so a lot of things now make much more sense. And of course, there will be flashbacks towards Black Widow's past life, but nonetheless, the events of Black Widow actually take place after Civil War. Taking a better look at the actual back of the box, we can actually get a depiction of all the Funko Pops, or at least most of them that they've decided to release for the Black Widow line. They actually have not released that much. We can only see a couple of them, and that's about all of them that they've released, except maybe the exclusives. I hope we get to see more, but it's still kind of debatable. The way the whole schedule with the Blackwidow movie has gone throughout, it's been a little bit complicated. Taking a better depiction at the actual side of the box, we can get a much better depiction of both Taskmaster variants. We get one with his hood and one without, or the other way around, two with his hood and one without. I think he looks iconic all the way around, but I would definitely like to see him up close and throughout the movie theaters, see what his actual details look like. Again, Taskmaster, cool details. Flip over the front, we get some of the same box art. Anyways, that's enough of that. Let's actually go ahead and unbox these fellas. Taking a much closer look at Taskmaster Variant 605, I think he's personally my favorite one out of them of all. As I mentioned before with the actual action figure, I definitely love the sword and the shield. It's very simplistic yet so fascinating to just see. Again, the shield, as I previously said, was small, but it looks like that's the actual size. I went through a couple trailers and actually looked at the actual shield, and it's actually relatively small, so I'm not sure if it's just some sort of defense point, unlike Captain America, where its actual shield is its primary source of defense and offense. Maybe for Taskmaster, his point is just for pure defense. Again, here's a much closer look at him, and again, details are not too far off from the Marvel Legends. I think they did a fantabulous job with this. They narrowed pretty much everything down in Funko Pop standards. Again, big head and incredible details. He does seem to have a little white spot on the back, but that might just be some sort of cosmetic issues. But nonetheless, I think the actual details on this Funko Pop are amazing. Sword, shield, and here's a much closer look. He also seems to have a backpack, which I believe serves as a glider from what I've seen in the actual trailers. I might be wrong about that, but nonetheless, I think it looks great. Alright, taking a closer look at Taskmaster 606, this is another comment variant as well, so you should have no issues regarding his actual collection into your Black Widow collection. But nonetheless, this actual variant is unhooded, and I think it looks great. They decided to give the unhooded version the bow and arrow, which I think is pretty neat. I would have definitely liked it with something else, but definitely not with the sword and the shield. I think definitely fits the aspect of Taskmaster. But all in all, the only differences we get to see in this Funko Pop are the actual bow and arrow attachments, the way he's posed, and of course the helmet head, whatever you want to call it. You can definitely see much more details. It's definitely like some sort of wrapped around his head with blue mesh around it. I'm not really sure what the actual specs of his helmet are at the moment. I haven't done much research. I really want to avoid myself from Taskmaster as much as possible. But nonetheless, very cool pop. He looks like he's about to go to warfare or something, and the hood definitely takes away that stealth aspect of him. So I think the bow and arrow is much more of a ideal prop to actually give Taskmaster. Again, here's a much closer look up at Taskmaster, and I think the details on him look incredible. Again, not anything is going to change really from the previous Funko Pop besides the head, but the changes are rather minute. Everything that does change, you can perfectly tell from a safe distance or a close distance, if you want to say that. But nonetheless, Very cool Funko Pop. Again, Comet Variant. It should probably still be in stores if your Walmart or what other store does not actually restock them very often. But if that's not the case, you could probably fetch one off eBay for about $8.99 at the moment. Jumping up a couple numbers to actual 610 in the Black Widow line, we get Taskmaster with the claws again. Regarding a previous trailer that I did witness is the fact that Taskmaster has the abilities of Black Panther, Hawkeye, and Captain America, and I believe one other superhero. That's where we have the claws, we have the bow and arrow, and Captain America. Are these simulations actual identical? I'm not exactly sure. Having said that, the movie does take place after Civil War, so I would not really find that too strange to actually believe that's an actual theory. That might be the case. I'm not exactly sure at the moment. But nonetheless, though, comparing this Funko Pop to the other rest of the line, this Funko Pop is exactly almost identical to the Sword and Shield one, the first variant that we went over. The only thing that really changes is the elbows down. We get the claw hands, which is another attachment that I believe is not so much of an attachment as the Sword and Shield and the bow and arrow are, but more so just some sort of implementation in his actual hands. That's regular hands, but with claws inside of it, just exactly like Black Panther. I'm not exactly sure the rest of his specs of his suit, if they're bulletproof or whatnot, but this seems to be some sort of close combat attachment that he uses anytime crap gets real crap. Again, here's a much closer look at them. You can actually tell the claws from the actual glove. They decided to paint them some sort of silver tone to them, so you can actually tell them apart. They look great. Not too much to be said about that. Everything is roughly about the same. Exactly, the helmet and the hood is exactly the same from the other previous variant that we saw. Alrighty, so that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you guys definitely enjoyed it. I definitely did, and get to see a better look at these actual Taskmasters. These have been sitting in my closet for almost a year now. I got these as soon as they released because I did not think Black Widow was actually going to be delayed for that long. But hey, we're already in July 9th. It's been almost a year and 2 months, I believe. It's been a really long time, and I'm more excited than ever to actually go see Black Widow. I've already got my tickets done and out the way. So if you haven't already, be sure to go do that before the seats actually fill up. You don't want to be the last one and get the front row seats, which might seem like the best thing, but you're in the movie theater with a TV that's 50 times bigger than your neck is going to be in a hurting position. But nonetheless, though, let me know which one was your favorite out of all these Taskmasters. We haven't really get to experience Taskmaster yet, and we don't actually know what type of actual position he's going to play in the MCU. As I said before, I'm not sure if Taskmaster is going to play back in Black Widow's life before the Avengers or after Civil War. However, having said that, the movie Black Widow is set to be taking place after Civil War, so I'm not exactly sure what events do, what events do not. But I'm really excited to get to see what happened to Taskmaster and why we have not seen him yet in the MCU. He plays a big relevant part in the actual Avengers game, and although that's not any sort of canon, I definitely want to see what his actual role is going to be in now and in the future. But nonetheless, still, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to Hulk smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, comment and share, and if you have not already, go check out the Marvel Legends video on Taskmaster. I think he looks great. Nonetheless, though, I'll see you guys in the next video with Black Widow Marvel Legends. Until then, peace out.